Very simply, you can say that the Nota Hotel villas in SETOUCHI are really shaped by the incredible natural scenery of these steep forested mountains that pop out of the sea, almost looking like a realized version of a traditional Japanese landscape painting. When we designed the villas, it was really you can say the master plan of where would we like to live became the kind of beginning, and that almost determined the character of each villa. And in some way we try to be as discreet as possible. The villas are not very tall because it's really about the horizontal panorama. They're not very large. And in a way we try to influence the landscape as little as possible. When we took the boat yesterday, the 3 villas, and you actually see a gentle reflection in the glazed roof tiles. So my son compared it to like little mushrooms growing on the kind of green hills. And in some way very striking, not because of its grandeur, but because of its simple elegance. It looks like a very gentle intervention in the natural topography. The villas are named after their view experience. 360 is the tallest hilltop. 270 is the hilltop right beneath it. And 180 is the peninsula where we're sitting now that sort of pokes into the sea. Just like the organization is an architectural interpretation of the natural topography, the material, each villa is built around almost like a spinal wall that is made out of rammed earth, essentially solidifying the soil of each hilltop. So this is the heart of the 180-degree villa. Surrounded, of course, the U shape, but then all of the intimate functions. This kind of main wall, which is kind of the spine, the backbone of the buildings, is made out of rammed earth. So it's essentially the local soil with all of its color and texture and this kind of warmth hue of shades of like beige and brown and sand tones, ends up producing this almost geological layers of compacted soil that, even though it has the kind of precision and strength of a concrete building, has the warmth and the kind of organic character of almost solidified ground. Of course, all the different villas have slightly different hues, but they all have this kind of warmth that makes the building feel almost like a hug. And of course, the architecture, the 360, 270, 180, is all about embracing a microcosmos that becomes like a little fragment of the large landscape around us. I just saw you could see a boat through the window. Maybe try to see if you can catch it. And then around each wall, you have this incredible view. Floor-to-ceiling glass, a wooden ceiling, a stone floor, so that each room becomes a way of taking in these kind of framed fragments of this kind of incredible archipelago landscape. It also has the counterpart, in this case the Zen garden, that becomes a kind of private part. In 270, it's a pool, almost like a man-made archipelago inside the building, and in 360, it's a forest with a bonfire. So you can say you have the macrocosmos of the archipelago of SETOUCHI, and then you have the microcosmos, which is the landscape for the family, for the resident. The backside of the rammed earth wall, you can see all the different rooms, the sauna, the cold plunge. I had a meeting this morning from the little office with the skylight right here. But those little pockets create this kind of miniature archipelago. if the logic is kind of functional and rational, because everything curves, the roof line is curving, the glass facades that open up is made out of curved glass, even the dining table is curved gently to follow the curvature of the ramped earth wall. So every building is somehow this kind of wraparound of a hilltop or kind of peninsula. And where it begins, the roof ends up coming down as almost like a monumental gutter that spouts the rainwater onto the ground. And we've kind of nicknamed it the dragon's tail. And here you can see the roof tile is a photovoltaic tile. The kind of shingled tiles of photovoltaics is evocative of the traditional tiled roofs of the glazed tiled roofs of Japan, and the way that everything flows, even the dragon tail, has a kind of reference to the upturned corners of a kind of Japanese pagoda. And another souvenir from Japan that I love is the Japanese gutters turning practicality into a form of poetry. And I think in many ways that is also where the Japanese and the Danish sensibility is so aligned, that you take all of the necessities of everyday life and you put it together in the most poetic way possible. I think in some ways what's so interesting about residential architecture is a single family home is the smallest molecule of architecture. So even though it isn't a large complex program, it has the kind of universality that we can all relate to. And therefore, as an architect, you can say something about life and about architecture in a way that relates to every single human being. That, because no matter how you live, that experience of the rituals of everyday life, the sunset and the sunrise, the starry sky, the evening, the rain shower, all of those aspects, we can somehow celebrate them with this kind of practical poetry.